I do no harm to myself, my family, my community, other families or communities who live in peace and unity with others. I am protection.
This is our third discussion of the universal law called I am protection. It is one of the 11 universal social laws represented by the guiding principles of peace and unity. In our previous discussion about I am protection, we discussed the epidemic of black children, women, and men who are missing. The number and frequency are alarming. Why is this happening? Who is responsible? How do we stop it? As always, let's put this into proper context. There are 3 areas critical to the success of the black community in Africa and the African diaspora. They are culture, education, and economics. In this video series, we continue to examine issues and concepts related to creating a culture to develop self-love, which those who care about the black community may examine and consider. Let's define culture. We must define it because most of us have wrong ideas about culture. We think culture is the music we listen to, or the style of clothing we wear, or our celebrations and holidays, or whether we eat with a fork, knife, or spoon, or eat with our hands. Those things and activities are not culture. Culture comes from the word cultivate, which is related to the domestication and growth of plants. Culture is like a gardener who cultivates a young plant by tying it to a stand for support, putting it in a certain location, and watering it. The gardener does that to foster the growth of the plant to become tall and strong, so it does not grow bent and crooked, so it does not become a weed. The gardener does this with labor, care, and study to ensure that his, her plants are the best. Culture is a system to cultivate and civilize people. This is done by tying people to universal laws and standards of behavior based on a foundational premise: do good, do no harm. So people will grow strong, not bent and crooked. If you will care about the children, women, and men of black communities, you will use labor, care, and study to make sure that they are at their best. Tie yourself, your family, and your community to the universal social laws called the guiding principles of peace and unity. I meditate to relax in all situations. I am peace. I bring and keep together the families and communities who live in peace and unity with others. I am unity. I learn how to learn. I am knowledge. I create for myself, my family, and my community. I am power. I obey the laws of my family and community that are in harmony with peace and unity. I am law. I do no harm to my family, other families, or my community. I am protection. I choose the feelings, thoughts, and actions that are in harmony with the principles of peace and unity. I am control. I have fun and work with my family and my community. I am cooperation and harmony. I am careful about what I believe. I accept ideas and beliefs that are in harmony
with these guiding principles, I am correct ideas and beliefs. With all my heart, I take care of my family, other families, and communities that are living according to the principles of peace and unity. I am devotion. I keep a clean body. I have clean habits. I eat healthy food. I exercise. I care for my environment and planet. I abuse no substance or drug. I am strength.
This is how your ancient ancestors built advanced civilizations that lasted for thousands of years. Many of us admire the great pyramids and temples and apparent wealth of our ancient ancestors. Our historians, anthropologists, and art reconstructionists are currently resurrecting the truth of our history. We owe much to them for their priceless contributions to our restoration. But reconstructing history, anthropology, and ethnography is a form without the most important content. How did we accomplish the things that we did? What is most important to understand is that those achievements came from our advanced social organization. Social organization based on universal social laws. That is what is important for you as Black people and Black communities to understand today. That is what the guiding principles of peace and unity will do for you today. Currently, Black communities are living in varying levels of social chaos, corruption, poor health, and economic stagnation as a result of holding on to conditioned behaviors and beliefs from slavery and colonialism. It is these conditioned behaviors and beliefs that have destroyed self-love within us and within our communities, and which prevent us from advancing culturally and economically, or even solving our own problems. By rebuilding your culture based on these universal laws, you will revive self-love and bring order, purification, health, and progress back to Black communities. With the guiding principles of peace and unity as a foundation, culture will, 1, prepare you for life. 2, foster your growth. 3, improve you as a person and as a community. And 4, will allow you to solve your general problems. You can always download a copy of the Guiding Principles of Peace and Unity and their violations at our website, thegppu.org. We will teach and show you how to use them. Now, back to the universal law called I Am Protection and the epidemic of Black children, women, and men who are missing. Why is this happening? First, we must have laws that unify us. By having common, agreed upon sets of universal laws, we can create functional unity. No matter what our geographical location, religion, economic class, gender, political orientation, or any other differences. Separating ourselves based on these differences is making us vulnerable and harming us. If we don't like or care about another Black person because he or she is different, a different religion, class, political orientation, or gender, you won't take action to support and save that person from danger. You won't care, but the law says you must care. Functional unity based on accepted universal laws will allow you to help despite these trivial differences. Second, adopting universal laws based upon the premise, do good, do no harm, will help you identify and stay firm against those who harm us and those who do nothing to help us. Third, these abductions are often related to commercial sexual exploitation and slavery, and even worse, organ harvesting. Who does this? First, we are at fault. We are making ourselves vulnerable by not communicating and educating each other about the danger and how to prevent it, by not explicitly and consistently informing and teaching each other about the danger. We make it worse. Because of our community's ignorance, perpetrators from anywhere in the world can come and take advantage of those in our community. Second, we turn a blind eye when it's some other person who is in danger. Worse, we turn a blind eye about known and suspected perpetrators from our own black communities. Yes, much of this evil is driven by people with black skin because they can move within our communities unnoticed. How do we prevent this? When we have better control of our economics, we can put resources towards addressing this problem. We can give material support to those within our community who educate and train and those who provide services to stop this terrible crime. But since we don't have control of our economics at this time, we will focus on education and networking. We will provide education and information to help prevent kidnapping and abduction. Your job will be to share this education and information with members of your family, groups of friends, and your community. Be explicit, loud, and unapologetic about sharing this information. Keep your eyes open and don't be afraid to call authorities if you see something suspicious in your community. Of course, you can always share images and information about those who are missing. That can help locate them. But critical to fighting this problem is sharing education information that will help prevent it. You can share this video and other I Am Protection videos to follow. That is what the universal law called I Am Protection asks you to learn and do. There are educational links in the description. They will explain and show you another way to create a culture of self-love based on the universal law called I Am Protection. Most importantly, share, teach, and talk regularly. Make sure that you protect the people in your family, in your community. You can watch previous I Am Protection discussions at the Guiding Principles of Peace and Unity on Facebook or YouTube. Until we meet again, do good, do no harm.